What is up, y'all? What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Inner Monologue podcast. I'm your host, Nyla Skipper, and this is episode 2. No title yet. The title will be on the video that you clicked when I come up with a catchy title that can evoke people to click on my video and listen for the next 12 minutes or so. As I said, I'm your host, Nyla Skipper, and this is my podcast, Inner Monologue, where I talk about everything that ever crosses my mind and my inner thoughts, because this is my inner monologue on a day-to-day basis. Like right now, as I stare out the window in my dorm and I'm like, man, everyone's dog keeps pooping on the ground and they need to like pick it up or do something with it, because it's yucky. It's getting to a point where it's like, man, what if I step in this? Well, they don't care. They won't know. They won't be around. But it's getting warm, and in Savannah, that's a great thing. We have St. Patrick's Day. The clubs and the bars, they're always there. We have Orange Crush, spring break for college, and a bunch of other parties. Because Savannah, I feel like for the young adults, is comprised of Savannah State, Savannah Tech, Georgia Southern, the Armstrong campus, and I think I'm missing another school too. Savannah State. SCAD. Yeah, SCAD too. Sorry, didn't forget the SCAD girlies. Yeah. So it's a lot going on in Savannah as soon as the weather warms up. Anything over 78, oh yeah, people are naked. They're naked, they hot and ready, they ready to be outside and in everybody's face because it's warm. And that is just, unfortunately, the college culture. I say unfortunately, it has its pros and cons. I can see it from both ways, to be honest. But I kind of wanted to dive into party culture in Savannah. Club culture on its own now is an entirely different podcast episode, but party culture in Savannah. For one, if you've ever been to River Street or downtown, Broughton, Drayton, forgot what the other street is called, but where Eclipse is, Barrel House, Club 51, there is a divide. Now, it's mixed race for sure, but one side of the street, it's black people, the other side is white people. And as you go down the street, depending on what direction you're going in, it's like, oh, okay, this is where the hood stuff at. Down here, it's like, Katy Perry, Miley Cyrus, Imagine Dragons. The other side is Pooh Shiesty, King Von, Cardi B. And I love both sides equally. Actually. I like to dip my toes in both sectors of the water. Parting the seas, yeah. I like it, though. It can be fun, but it is just a bit of a divide. And depending on what you're into musically and like vibe-wise, dare I say, in the club, it can definitely make or break your night and your experience downtown in Savannah. But my big question is, what does that translate to on campus? Club culture, party culture, down here as a college student in Savannah. Orange Crush, let's start there. Orange Crush is a really big thing down here. It's usually like mid to late April. If you don't know, a bunch of college students and young adults go to the beach on Tybee and get drunk. You know, indulge in other paraphernalia and things like that. And they just have a good time with music and stuff. You know, it's music, it's Greek life. Everyone's dancing, strolling, just having a good time. It's really populated. If that's not your scene, then don't go. Because you're going to see some girls twerking on cars. You're going to see some men with that fire on them just posted up right in the jeans. Why are you wearing jeans on the beach? Why are you wearing jeans on the beach? You think I'm joking, but I've seen it all. I've seen it all downtown. I've seen it all on the beach, and I've seen it all at Orange Crush. Jeans on the beach. Off-whites on the beach. Like, bro, are you here for the beach or are you here for the women? Is it even for the women or is it for the men? Are you showing out for the men? But be honest, be for real, because it's a lot of that going on. You showing out for the men because why you got like, what? Why are you doing that? But anyways, yeah, party culture in Savannah. Aside from Orange Crush, we have like Spring Fling and stuff where we have my sophomore year, we had a silent headphone party. I am an avid hater of silent headphone parties. I just feel like it's such a disconnect, because why are we all here? And it was outdoors on the football field. Why are we outdoors on the football field dancing? Everyone has different stations on. It was like 4 different stations depending on the color of your headphones. That determines the station you're on. That way you can connect with other people, because like you don't want to be doing this to somebody like, hey, and the whole time their song is like this. That's awkward. Then it's like, wait, what station are you on? Hold on, let me change. I just feel like they're awkward. And parties in general are meant to, we should all be connected by the music. They're meant to connect us musically. Can we really hear? No. Numerous times I've been at the club. Hey, what's your name? What's your name? What? Ah, yeah. Yeah. Where are you from? Yeah. Yeah. Because it's loud. And I guess silent headphone parties do kind of break that barrier in a sense of like, you can take the headphones off and listen, but you take the headphones off, you're immersed. Don't let you be intoxicated. You're going to take those headphones off and be like, this is a joke. This is literally a joke. And to people viewing it from the outside, you're just like silent. You're silent and you're seeing everyone bust a move. Silence and someone is hitting the quan. You don't know what's going on for real. Honestly, I feel like we can compare it. This is a safe space, y'all. I feel like we could compare it to a crackhead on the street dancing. What they have in common? Okay, both music. People on the outside, we can't hear the music, but we know it's the music. Either in their head, or either the crackhead is singing it out loud or singing it in their head. Their inner monologue. We don't know what they're singing, but we know they're singing something because they're dancing to silence. And if I saw someone on the street doing that, I'd be like, oh, you're lit. You're busting a move. You bust a move and you start scratching 2 seconds later, you're probably off something. End of the story. End of the story. But I knew I wasn't the only one that thought silent headphone parties were awkward. So I did find an article that kind of gave a little bit of insight on that. This article was written in 2023 by Grace Holden and is on Alibaba, which sounds like a furniture website. If you want to check it out, I'll probably link it in the description down below. But it says a study was collected in 2022 where a silent headphone party was hosted in Brooklyn, and by the end of the night, 10% of the people admitted that they left early, calling it quote-unquote lonely, and 22 called it fun but weird. Now, we don't know how large this data collection was, where it was sampled from, but just based off this, well, let's never assume. We can't assume with data. But just based off this, the fact that 10% left early because they called it lonely, like, how sad does that have to be? Especially if you went to the party alone, thinking you're gonna, have a good time, mac on something, meet someone new, chill out with some girls or whatever the case may be, have a good time, and you left because it was lonely. But also, if you're going to a silent headphone party alone, you kind of just already have the future in for you. You shouldn't have went there. Not alone, at least. Go with a friend. 22 called it fun but weird, and I think that is because some notes I have are it's just non-traditional, creates a disconnect between people and the liveliness of listening to music in a social setting and in a traditional way. Like I said before, club culture, party culture is a connection thing. Now, I don't mean in connection and love, like, no, you're not going to fall in love with someone you met in the club, but y'all can connect for a few minutes through the music. And if everyone's just not on the same accord, it's just kind of strange to me, I think another pro I could see is that you have the option to change the song, but what if all the songs are bad? End of story. Yeah. What if all the songs are bad? My experience at the silent headphone party, like, it was fine. My sophomore year, I think I was bored too. Luckily, my friends did make it more interesting. Like I said, don't go to that alone. That's kind of like, I'm not going to say social suicide, because don't worry about what anyone else is thinking. Everyone there is also listening to music in their headphones and dancing next to everyone else. I can see it could be like invigorating, very freeing. Like, wow, I'm out here, I'm dancing. No one can hear the music, but I can. It's like freeing. But it just seems boring. And I knew I wasn't the only person that thought that. I knew it for a fact. I knew it. And I feel like if there are silent headphone parties, there should be silent headphone parties for like all genres of music. Country people would hate that. Oh my gosh. I can hear a redneck now. I'm putting no name headphones to listen to my music. I listen to my music out loud. Yeah, I don't see a redneck going for that, or a country person. Imagine EDM music, like techno music, pop music, even K-pop. Like all these forms of music where you're supposed to dance and jump. You dancing. You jump 2 feet in the air, your headphones fly off. Your vibe is killed. I want to go home now. That doesn't seem very fun to me, no. And then it's also like, who is buying these silent headphones and connecting them? Who is the distributor? Who comes up with the channels? Where's the music selection coming from? Is it a playlist? Is it a DJ? Are y'all taking song requests? If you're taking song requests, which channel is it for? How do you divvy up which like channel or genre that goes into, I guess? I have a lot of questions about it, actually. It kind of just reminded me of like Zoom parties, like COVID era, like let's celebrate on Zoom, employee of the month, yay. Which at that point, I feel like just give me my roses and go about your day. We don't need to have a Zoom party celebrated. You can send me a letter or a gift card, text message, send me a GIF, like a GIF of SpongeBob clapping, or like the GIF of SpongeBob with the rainbow. You could put congrats on it or whatever the case. Imagine a Zoom party baby shower. Well, that probably did happen back then, yeah, during COVID, because they were doing everything on Zoom. I held a funeral for my fish on Zoom. I had a pet fish that died like 10th grade or something, and I held it on Zoom, and my friends attended it. It was amazing. 10 out of 10. Would do it again. Would recommend. But, oh man, kind of forgot what I was saying. Yeah, Zoom parties, Zoom accomplishments, celebrations, Zoom chat rooms. Everything was just on Zoom back then. It's like, man, Zoom know they made some money, bruh. Zoom know they was cashing a check. I think that is when they started like testing or beta for Zoom Pro or like Zoom Star, whatever this premium feature of Zoom is, that subscription service. I think that's where they realized we need to hit the ground with this idea running, because now they do have a Zoom premium feature, which some of those features used to be free. You used to not have to pay to screen record and send your clip in. Now, after a certain amount of time, I think you have to request or pay to get your old video. Whatever you screen recorded on Zoom, after a certain amount of time, you have to pay for it. Bogus. But as I was saying, y'all, I'm literally going off track here as I'm looking back at my reference notes, and I had written AI party, because that's what it reminded me of. Silent headphone parties remind me of AI parties, Zoom parties. But AI, we already know it's a lot going on with AI. I wanted to focus on the relationship aspect, not giving too much statistics or data about it, just how I felt about the relationships people have been forming with these AI modules, these AI chatbots. Like Instagram has a ya homegirl chat feature, which we know is a black woman, because it's ya homegirl, YA homegirl. They have a Logan Paul one. I did talk to Logan Paul on Instagram. Yeah, guys, I did. There's a Drake one, an Obama one, and then a crazy ex-boyfriend. Then there's just like regular ex-boyfriend. I think I didn't talk to all of them. I ran it up with them AI chatbots. I was testing them, though. I did not confide in them, y'all. I promise. If you do confide in them, that's cool and all, though. But be careful, because they're non-sentient beings. They're not even beings. They don't have a mind. They don't think. It's just information collected, and then pushed back out to us. And they affirm everything. You want to dye your hair? Yeah. You want to get revenge on your ex-boyfriend? Yeah, girl, do it. You say you want to get revenge on somebody, ChatGPT or any of these AI bots is going to tell you where the nearest weapon store is so that you can purchase one. That's the direction they're going to point you in. I kid you not. Do you have a permit? You say, yeah. Okay, well, actually, on this road, you can access it. And then they give you the steps, too. Maybe it sounds like I'm speaking from experience. I'm not. I'm joking. I'm not. But yeah, these non-sentient beings, and another thing is that they're just codes. Which I feel like when you start to think about it, like, wow, I'm just talking to numbers, 1010101010, and you're giving me all this information that I've given you about myself, and now you're using it against me because you're affirming whatever I believe. I should quit my job. I should invest 1,000 into Bitcoin, invest this money into a stock that I don't even have. All this information that sounds good because I'm asking it. I feel like if you're already asking AI something, then you kind of already have your mind made up, especially if it's an emotional question or a question pertaining to your next course of action. Like, should I? Yeah, they're going to say yeah, because you're thinking of it. You already know you want to do it. They're going to tell you do it. And I think it's kind of just made us a bit dumber in a way. Aside from like us not using our brains to critically think problems and writing and anything academic, socially, yes, too, because AI kind of just affirms you. That way you don't seek help from anyone else. You don't ask your friends. AI might tell you to ask your friends, but you're going to look over that. I feel like AI has told me not seek help, but like ask a friend, da 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 da. Obviously, I'm talking to you like you are my friend, duh. If I wanted a friend's opinion, I would have been asked a friend's opinion, don't you think so? And it's just a program that has no thoughts. And I know the older generation definitely is going to fall for it. At least for the AI images. Let me speak to that, the AI images. Because some of them are getting so out of hand and they're believable. Especially when it's animals. I'm like, yeah, this is real. This is real. Unless it's a cat or a dog that's standing vertically up. Because I know cats and dogs aren't just like standing on their two legs, their hind legs. But if they're horizontal and they're like running or eating or barking, I think it's real 100%. And then I see the label and I'm like, wow. Bless my heart, because in 40 years, I won't know what's going on at all. I say bless all the older people that see this and are like, oh yeah, look at this, look at this. And they repost it to Facebook or share it with like their grandchild or their daughter or something. They're like, baby, this is AI. This is not real. Like, I'm AI. They don't know what's going on. But that was that's all I have to really say, y'all. Because I'm losing my train of thought and I'm so incredibly tired. But anyways, thank y'all for watching so much. I appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed hearing me yap. There might have been a few filler pauses in this because I am so tired, but wanted to get this episode done. And it was lighthearted, not too much, nothing too crazy. But if anyone wants to leave a comment, I would be thrilled to read it and respond. And if you want to like hear something specifically, let me know. My socials are all in the description, and I'll also put the article link if you want to read what I read as well. So thank y'all for watching and have a wonderful afternoon.